Hi everyone, I'm Kat and welcome to my channel, Naturally Beautiful Girl. So today we're back in my bedroom. I have made some progress in unpacking and kind of settling in. Unfortunately, the room that I'm going to be using for filming is not part of what I've gotten to yet. So we're here. And I realized we're getting near the end of the month. The month of November for me was completely a blur because that's when we closed, we moved. It's just been very chaotic. And I do my favorites videos at the end of the month. And I realized this month that I wanted to do something a little bit different. There are products that are my favorites for the month of November, but it's an interesting mix of products because I had to pack up all my skincare and makeup. And basically when we moved, I packed up like my essentials, kind of like my travel makeup and skincare, and those were the products that I was bringing with me, and those were going to be the ones I was using and reaching for during the process of actually moving. So because of that, I really had to be selective about what I was going to be taking as like my travel stuff, and I put this in a suitcase. And those are the products that have made it into this month's favorites video, and I felt like you would probably find it interesting to know like what were my staples during this period. Granted, it's interesting too because I haven't been wearing a lot of makeup. I'm obviously wearing makeup today while I'm sitting down to film. I've worn little bits of makeup here and there when we've had to make like runs to Home Depot to get something to repair something in our house because, you know, you move in and there's always something that needs to be worked on or fixed or whatever. But generally, I haven't been wearing a lot of makeup, so I've got a good combination of skincare, kind of like very light, easy breezy makeup products, and these are all products that I've been loving, so I thought this was the perfect time to share them with you. I am planning to post this video on Sunday, and a lot of brands are still having Black Friday sales. If you are interested in picking up any of these products, I will try and like link to places that are still currently having Black Friday sales so you can get them at a good deal, because there are a couple of products that I really do recommend that are a splurge item, but I definitely think are worthwhile. So let's go ahead and just jump right into this video. Okay, the first product is one that is an absolute staple every day in my life, and I like to just mention this product from time to time to let you guys know I'm still loving it, still using it, and especially during the moving process, dry shampoo has been a huge staple. And the dry shampoo that I love is the Momi by Modern Minerals dry shampoo. This has become my absolute favorite dry shampoo. It works really well at absorbing oil. It doesn't white cast my hair. It smells nice. It gives a little bit of a scent refresh. It's not too gritty. It's not too sticky. It just works really, really well. And I have extremely oily hair. I am a huge connoisseur of dry shampoo and have been for years. And this one has become my staple. I've repurchased it. They've sent me some. Like, it's just one that I keep reaching for again and again. And I highly recommend it if you are in the market for a dry shampoo. Definitely check this one out. It's been saving me on quite a few days recently. I guess I'm gonna do kind of like skincare products first. I feel like I talk about this product so much, but I love it so deeply and so intently. And you know, there are these seasons where I just like fall in love with it again. And I have to talk about my Kinship Self Reflect sunscreen. I adore this product. I really need to actually purchase a backup because it has become quickly one of my all-time favorite sunscreens. It is a facial sunscreen. It's SPF 32. It only uses zinc oxide. I really like it. My skin responds really well to it. I can tell you, this stuff doesn't break me out. And I have oily skin, and this sunscreen works. It worked really well for me in the summer, and it has transitioned to working really well for me in the winter. I find that it just gives me a nice level of moisture to my skin. It's not too much. It doesn't leave me too dewy or greasy, but especially during the winter, I actually like to have that little bit of extra glowiness just because my skin is a little bit drier. It's still oily, but it's just a little drier than it is during the summer. And I love this product, even when I haven't been wearing makeup, just running around, moving, doing all that stuff. I slap this on. I love to have the sun protection. And if you guys are looking for a sunscreen, I keep mentioning this over and over, but you really should check this one out. It is by far one of my favorite sunscreens, and it's quite reasonable. I mean, it's not like a $10 sunscreen, but in terms of clean beauty, I find it to be one of the more affordable options as well. Okay, so we're talking about drier skin, and a product that I've been reaching for a lot recently has been the Super Sensitive Skin Stuff from Radiance Skincare. I love Radiance Skincare. I got this in one of the detox boxes, and why I like this product is it's just a very simple face cream. I swing between liking products with a lot of complicated ingredients and ones with really simple ingredients, and I kind of like to pair the two. I don't like to have a skincare routine that has a lot of products with a lot of complicated ingredients. I'll try and pick kind of like a product or two that's a little bit more complex in ingredients and then pair it with other products that are more simple in ingredients. And I love this stuff. It's not too heavy, but it does a great job at moisturizing my skin. I talk about this a lot, but especially with having oily skin, don't like moisturizers that feel heavy on my skin. However, as we're moving into fall and winter, I definitely find myself needing a little bit more moisture, and I've been using this. I know this is bad, but I don't always use a moisturizer at night, especially during the summer. I'll sometimes just go in with my Juice Beauty Blemish Clearing Serum and that's it. But now that we're transitioning into winter, I like this. I also sometimes use a face oil. Normally not both, I kind of do one or the other, but when I want just a little bit of moisture that's not a full-blown face oil, I will reach for this, and I really, really like it. My skin likes it, and like I said, I love Graydon. I love that their ingredients are a little bit more streamlined, a little bit more simple, and it agrees really, really well with my skin. You can also use this as a face and eye cream. I am going to talk about another eye cream later in the video, but I love that this product could serve as both in your skincare routine, and I often have used it as both as well. I've been talking about this a lot on my channel recently, but I really like it, and I also want to mention it because Clove & Hallow is having a really awesome Black Friday sale. I also have been reaching for this product a lot, and this is their everything oil, and I've talked about it. I love the ingredients in it. It's got a quite simple ingredient list with beautiful ingredients like squalene, argan oil, black cumin seed oil, and rosehip seed oil. It's just not overly complicated. It's not laden with essential oils. It just works really, really well. Sometimes I use it at night. If my skin's looking really dry in the morning, sometimes I'll put this on and I can use it under makeup. Even with my oily skin, it still performs really, really well. It sinks in nicely. It doesn't just sit on my skin, and my skin really loves it. I think it's great. It's a very affordable product as well. And on top of that, now Clove & Hallow is having a really great sale. So if you want to save even more money, it's a great time to do it. But I just keep talking about this because I feel like there's so many really high-end, really expensive face oils and clean beauty. And this one works really well, and it doesn't have a huge price tag to go along with it. So I mentioned a eye cream, and I've been testing out this one here from Alpine Beauty. This is their Plant Genius Line Filling Eye Balm, and I got this during the Credo sale, and I wouldn't say I necessarily noticed a huge difference in it filling the lines under my eyes. However, I do like the product. I love the texture of it. It just sinks in my skin really nicely. Sometimes I feel like I'm having trouble rubbing it in, but if I just leave it for a minute, my skin just like sucks it right up. Like it has no problem sinking in. And then also, I don't know how to describe this. I'm gonna try to show you on camera, but honestly, my camera setup at the moment may make this a bit difficult, but the eye balm is kind of light reflecting. I put a little bit on my hand here, and we're gonna see if this picks up in the light. But it's a little bit light reflecting, and part of the reason I have fallen in love with this is because it's a little bit light reflecting. If you don't want to wear makeup and you don't want to wear concealer, but you want your under eyes to look a little bit brightened, this eye balm will do that. So I actually have been using it at the morning and night. And if you do want to layer a concealer on top of it, that works really well. Like this eye balm isn't too like emollient or greasy or anything. Concealer goes really well on top of it. But if you just don't want to wear makeup, which I get it, we're wearing masks that are covering half our face. Like sometimes you just don't want to deal with makeup and you just want your under eyes to look a little bit brighter. This works really, really well for that. I haven't really found another eye cream in the clean beauty space that acts like that. And so for that reason, I did want to mention it. I am enjoying it. It is really, really expensive, and I think it's definitely worth trying to catch this on sale. I know the Detox Market sells it, and they are currently having a Black Friday sale. So I would probably recommend, if you're interested in it, purchasing it from there, at least at the moment. But I am enjoying it, but I wouldn't purchase it. I certainly wouldn't purchase it full price. But it is a nice, yeah, let's see, it dried down on my hand. I have no idea. My camera's pretty far away from me in this filming setup. I have no idea if you can actually see it, but I am really enjoying how this is working, and I think it's really lovely. I've mentioned this before as well, but I know that I'm not the only person struggling with dry hands during the winter time. And I wanted to mention this. This is the Be Kind Nourishing Hand Balm, the Rose and Geranium scent. And to be really honest, this works really, really well. It's a very thick, balmy consistency. It's kind of gloopy. It's not at all like a lotion. It is a balm, and it doesn't sink in super well. Like, it's the kind of product you have to put on your hands and then like go to bed and not touch things. But it really, really has helped my hands a lot. I wasn't using this quite as much as I should have been, and my hands got really dry and cracked for a while, but now they're definitely improving and recovering. So I really recommend this. Also, pro tip, it was so bad for a while, I would put on a lotion and then actually layer this on top of it, and that did miracles for my hands. So if you really are struggling, I recommend the two-pronged approach of using a lotion and then layering this balm on top, and your hands will be back to being soft and not dry and not cracked in no time. I mentioned that I haven't been wearing a lot of makeup, but I do throw on a bit of foundation from time to time, and I want to talk about two foundations. One I've talked about before and told you that I already love it, but I've been reaching for it so much that I needed to like tell you again that I still am loving it. I have the shade in Lightness, and I love this. Like, I loved it when I talked to you about it before, but I've like fallen in love with it even more since I last talked about it, because it is really perfect for days where you just want to even out your skin tone. You don't necessarily want to put on other products. I'll just like put this on, comb through my brows with a brow gel, throw on a bit of mascara. I look so put together with very minimal products, and this foundation is perfect for that. If you want something really high coverage, it's not going to give you that. But I really, really have been enjoying this, and it also is a nice level of glowiness. Like, it dries down enough that I don't find it transferring all over a mask, but it still looks really glowy. And I don't know, somehow this has just been my go-to foundation. I've been reaching for it so much. I know Weis is having a really good sale right now, and some other clean beauty retailers that sell Weis are having great sales as well. But I highly recommend this. If you're looking for a very lightweight, light coverage foundation that just really gives you that like evened out skin, but doesn't look like you're wearing foundation, this is great. I know it's really expensive, but I reach for it so much. And then another foundation that I picked up during the Credo sale, and I've actually been using a lot. I'm wearing this one today, in fact. This is the Westman Atelier Stick Foundation, and I really like it. I have the shade Atelier N, and it is the perfect shade match for me. I like this foundation because it's very versatile. I can build it up, I can sheer it out. So if I want a little bit more coverage than, for instance, the Weis foundation, I can build this up, and I can build it up in targeted areas. Like, if I have a breakout, I can build up the foundation in that area. If my skin's looking really great, I can sheer it out and just kind of use it to just kind of even out my skin tone. Also, I saw Kjaer do this in one of her videos where she used it as concealer under her eyes. I did not think it was going to work, but it did turn out to be a really nice concealer. It didn't stay in place quite as well as the Saint Cosmetics concealer or the Ilia True Skin serum concealer, but I did find that it held up a lot better than a lot of other concealers. And to be really honest, if you just want like a one product to do everything, to use as a foundation, to use as a concealer, I feel like this is a really great option. It is really expensive, and I will give you that. I purchased it during the Credo sale. If you can find it on sale, it's a great time to try it, but I do really like it, and I wanted to give you that update because I do think it's a lovely, lovely product. And that also goes for their Baby Cheeks blush stick. I picked up also during the Credo sale the blush stick in the shade Petal, and I also really enjoyed this. It is a really nice pink shade, and I love it for just adding a bit of color to my cheeks. That's what I'm wearing today. That's what I'm using as a blush. I don't think I like it more than the Weis cream blushes, but it's high up on the list of one of my favorite blush formulas. I think it's really great. The pigmentation level is really good. The blendability is really good. It's not too oily. It's not too stiff. It stays in place really well. So it checks all those boxes for me. If I had to pick though between the Weis and this one, I would pick the Weis. However, I have really been enjoying it. This is the one I threw into my bag to pack with me, and that was because I also wanted to test it out more. I knew I liked it, but I wanted to test it out and figure out my thoughts better on it And as I've been testing it out and using it more and more and more, I do really like it. So it is a lovely, lovely blush and definitely one I've been enjoying this month. I should mention the one thing with the Westman Atelier stick foundation is if you have really bad dry patches, it will cling to them. I had some dry patches on my forehead for a little while and the foundation did kind of cling to them a bit. So I'm not sure it would work if you have really, really dry skin, but also I found that if you moisturize really well before putting on the foundation, that really helps. And then the final product I'm going to talk about today is an old rediscovery. So Jane Iredale sent me a number of products in their holiday collection, which I have to say I've been enjoying a lot of them. I probably would have more in this favorites video, however, they got packed up and so I got to use them for like part of the month and not really finish finalizing my thoughts. But the one I grabbed with me to kind of pack in my travel makeup was their mascara. And part of it's because it's in a convenient, nice little small travel size. And I kind of forgotten how much I love the mascara. Like this is their longest lash mascara and I tried it out about a year ago. And I remember really liking it. And then I just, as happens on my channel often, I end up with a whole bunch of other mascaras. I'm testing them all out and I hadn't gotten around to repurchasing this one. Well, it came in their like advent calendar and I tried it again and I'm like, wow, this is a really good mascara. I just love that it gives a nice length to it. It's a little bit volumizing, but not too volumizing. It's not clumpy. Like I remembered liking the mascara, but I forgot how good it is. It doesn't smudge on me. It doesn't flake. It doesn't transfer. It stays in place really well. I love it. So if you're in the market for a mascara, I highly recommend this one from Jane Iredale. I've been thoroughly enjoying it. I remembered enjoying it last year. I believe it was in one of my favorites videos, probably around this time, maybe my October, November favorites video. But now that I've got it back in my life, I am completely happy with it. So this is a little bit of a different video in terms of the way I did my favorites, but I like to talk to you about new products and old products because you probably wonder, Kat, are you still liking X, Y, and Z? And this way I can give you a little bit of update and let you know what I'm liking. And also just like during this weird time, like what have been my staples? And these products I talked about today certainly have been. And it's weird to say, but this is actually going to be my last favorites video of the year. I will, at the end of December / beginning of January, be doing my like best of 2020, which sounds kind of funny because 2020 has not been the greatest. Well, it's been a good year in some ways and not a good year in other ways, as we all know. I'm looking forward to doing that video. Hopefully you guys will watch that. So be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the bell button so you don't miss that video, those videos, or any other videos I'll be doing. And also, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and come follow me on Instagram. I'm at naturallybeautifulgirlkat there. And once again, thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye.